Hello, my friend. Mr. Horace here at your service. This is my favorite time. My favorite time is to, you know, uh, create these videos, these music guitar videos, to help people. That's my favorite time. This is my happiest time of the day. I mean, helping people make me happy. I think a lot of people feel the same. Helping people is the happiest thing that people can do. So I'll try to point out to people, young people, that what good music is, and that's what I'm promoting, and that's my contribution to the human civilization. Now, this is part 5 of the great song Imagine by John Lennon. I'm gonna use this one more video to conclude our discussion of the political ideology promoted by the song Imagine, and this ideology is globalism. Let's emphasize the globe, the world as one. Let's de-emphasize the division, the individual countries. Let's emphasize collective world, the world, all the countries as one, collectively. Collectivism. That's the Asian idea. We emphasize collectivism. We did emphasize individuals. So this is kind of like learning from the Eastern philosophy. I mean, I think the Western people, Mr. John Lennon, or people who are promoting globalism, it's really, I think they got this idea from the East. Let's emphasize the world as one, not as all these individual, 200 and some individual countries, nations. It's not good to emphasize the individual differences. Let's focus on the fundamental, common things people share, the basic fundamental similarities in people, and forget about those minute, differences, like culture, like, ethnic, identity, even nationality. All those are very, very insignificant. According to the globalist, and Mr. John Lennon is one of the supporter of the globalism, because he said, well, imagine there's no country, then people can live in peace, right? promise this is the last video about globalism. I'm going to move on to the last one in the next video, the third verse. But just bear with me. I mean, I know it's kind of getting old, getting boring, So, a lot of people believe that imagine there's no countries. It isn't hard to do. Nothing to kill or die for, and no religion too. Imagine all the people living life in peace. The truth is this. I'll tell you this in this video. The truth is, the more fundamental, the more basic the similarities are among people, the more fundamental, the more basic, similarities are, the less they can be used as indicators of how compatible, the compatibility of those people. I mean, that might be a little complicated, but what I'm trying to say is, okay, let me explain to you. Let's say, okay, well, all human beings walk on 2 feet. I mean, that's a very, very fundamental, basic, rudimentary similarity between people. Doesn't matter, who you are. I mean, you're Asian, you are African, you are, European, Caucasian, or you are whatever. We all walk on 2 feet. I mean, that's just a general similarity. Even monkeys, I mean, that's actually a similarity between people, human beings, and monkeys. Even monkeys, they walk on 2 feet. 2 feet, not 2 feet, sorry. So, that's it. Well, so that is a very, very broad, I mean, so broad, a similarity between us and monkey, okay. Can we predict how compatible we and monkey are? I mean, if we try to build a relationship, if we try to live together, how compatible we are with monkeys. Are we compatible with monkeys? Which means, in the sense that can we live together peacefully? I mean, live in peace. Living life in peace. may say, you may say I'm a dreamer, but I am not the only one. Hope someday you'll join us. I don't believe anybody can imagine or will imagine that we can live in the same household with monkeys. I mean, do you want to live with a monkey? Well, a number of monkeys in the house. You can't. Impossible. See, that's my point. I mean, yes, this similarity is so huge. Let's say I am a Taiwanese. Okay. Am I more compatible with a Taiwanese or Chinese? I mean, Taiwanese or Chinese. Am I more compatible with a Chinese person, or am I more compatible with, let's say, a Caucasian person? You know, somebody from Germany or somebody from America. Am I more compatible with a Chinese person, somebody from Taiwan or China, or am I more compared to, you know, a person from African? I mean, what do you think? Well, you don't need to think, because it's so apparent. I mean, it's common sense that I'm gonna be more compatible with somebody who is from Taiwan or China, a Chinese person, than with somebody who is from, you know, Africa or Europe or America or the Middle East. Because we don't even speak the same language. How can we live in the same household, right? How can we live in the same community if we don't speak the same language? We can communicate. So I know people like to say, "Oh yeah, I am a," well, even my hero. I mean, you know, one of my heroes, Mr. Bruce Lee. I mean, even he said that, and this is one of the very few points I am going to disagree with. You know, a very few points of his that I don't agree. Even he said, "Well, I am a human being first, before I am a Chinese. I'm a human being first before I am an Asian, and that comes before I am a Chinese, and that comes before I am a Hong Kongese, or that comes before I am an American Chinese." I mean, so, but you can see, okay, it's from a bigger category to a smaller, a human being, Asian, Chinese, Hong Kong, you know. So, see, as I said, that the more fundamental the similarity, you know, is, the less of indicator that you know, of how a compatibility between those people. So if you get rid of nations, you don't have nations. So we are all world citizens. You know, we are all just, you know, human beings. I'm a human being. You are a human being. Well, that is a lot of problem in terms of, can you live together peacefully? Because there's so many differences between human beings. There are more between human beings than between Chinese.